Leisure Pro presents its fresh new website. We have made it easier to shop for the products you want with our all-new product categories and navigation. Shop our weekly specials on our totally revamped product pages. Chat with our experts and read product reviews to make sure the product you want is the product you're looking for. The only thing that hasn't changed is our outstanding customer service. So shop the all-new LeisurePro.com with the best price match guarantee and get the products you want fast.
Born in Maine, created by Alan Pugsley, world-class craft brewer. Sea Dog, now sailing in Florida. And available in cans. Sea Dog is award-winning. A perfect fit for our Florida lifestyle. Visit our brew houses in Clearwater and Orlando.
We all know how important it is to have proper lighting on any dive or snorkel adventure. Lack of light can make images appear green and blue. Sure, you can add filters, you can attempt to edit later, but the best thing you can do for your images is add a powerful light. Sea Life makes the most popular underwater camera systems in the world. Recently, Sea Life introduced their powerful new Sea Dragon lights, redesigned for compact POV cameras like GoPro. Hey scuba divers, go to your favorite dealer and ask for the Sea Dragon lighting by Sea Life.
ScubaNation Apparel.
Bye, Uzi!
Available at ScubaNation.com. This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Sea Dog and Shipyard Ales, the official beer of Scuba Nation. The Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are. Sea Life Underwater Cameras. Maris, the official equipment provider for Scuba Nation.
This time on Scuba Nation.
The boys are taking you to some of their favorite dive spots in the 305, along with some of their favorite dining spots in their hometown of Miami, Florida. We're going to some magical wrecks and reefs, then heading to some of the dive hangouts to throw back a couple and grub down like only divers know how to do. I hope you're hungry and ready to go diving, because we're diving and dining this time on Scuba Nation.
Who is Scuba Nation? Billy C., Boston born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, Billy C would dive a puddle if it was deep enough.
Bitch and Mitch, Southern boy.
Diving's like pizza. When it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's still good.
Two ordinary guys with a thirst for getting wet and exploring all things scuba. We are Scuba Nation. One nation underwater.
Presented by Leisure Pro.
What's up, Scuba Nation? I'm Mitch.
I'm Billy C.
Hey, behind us is Bowie Lighthouse, which is just off the coast of our hometown of Miami.
Yeah, man, hey, this episode we're going to take you on some great diving excursions here in South Florida. We're also going to take you on some dining excursions for our stomachs.
So we're diving and dining, this time on Scuba Nation.
Get your grub on. Miami Metro-Dade has over 5.5 million people. It's the 8th largest urban center in the United States. The 305, the Magic City. To me, I call it the Dive 305. You know, you would think in this concrete jungle, it'd be hard to find a green space, a place where you could immerse yourself in nature. Not true. South Florida is sandwiched between the Everglades National Park and Biscayne National Park. And the cool thing about Biscayne National Park, it's 95% underwater. Now, most people think the Florida Keys start in Key Largo. Simply not true. Biscayne National Park is the northern reach of the Florida Keys. So what do? They develop the Maritime Heritage Trail. This encompasses the best wrecks, the best reefs, some of the historic wrecks that lie within park waters. Also on the Maritime Heritage Trail is Lugano Wreck. Lugano Wreck is one of 5 historic shipwrecks in the park. Lugano crashed on Long Reef in 1913. It was a steamer, a British steamer that was going from Liverpool to Havana. Now it serves as a historic shipwreck that all the people of Miami can go see and enjoy. It's in very shallow water. It's good for snorkelers and scuba divers. Today, the superstructure is essentially gone. What remains is the hull and the ribs of the hull. And it's encrusted. I mean, it's been down since 1913. So it's encrusted with corals and sponges. Lugano Wreck has 3 mooring buoys to it. One is stationed at the bow, the other amidships, and the third is at the stern. So it's real easy to go there and tie your boat up and enjoy the area. Just be careful, Long Reef's very shallow. You don't want to end up like that British steamer.
You know, as long as I've been living in Miami, I have never been out to Fowey Rocks. Fowey Rocks is marked by this gorgeous lighthouse. Now, it's not to be confused with the Key Biscayne lighthouse. Okay, this gal sits offshore about 7 miles southeast off the tip of Cape Florida. She was built in 1878 out of cast iron. She has this certain Victorian flair to her, which I have never seen in any of the lighthouses that I've seen up and down the coast of Florida.
Fowey is not the tallest of them all, but what it lacks in size, it makes up in detail. Kind of like me, I'm 5'6", but I got detail to myself. Around Fowey Light, you're going to see all these nooks and crannies. We found the baby nurse shark. We also found a very impressive stand of elkhorn coral.
Fowey Rocks Lighthouse, the whole area, the whole reef system, it makes for some great diving and snorkeling. I mean, underneath the lighthouse, it's about 10, 15 feet, and it's very fishy, and there's a lot of coral life, very colorful, and just very beautiful. It makes for not only a great dive, but get your snorkel on and get out there and snorkel this old gal, because she's got a lot of surprises for you.
And what's under the lighthouse is even more impressive. Because it's been there for so long, it is loaded with fish life.
Time to get our grub on. Decompression time coming up next. Stay with us.
This may just be the most curious place on Earth. Discover Curacao, an island in the Southern Caribbean that offers explorers a Dutch Caribbean history, captivating cultures, uncrowded beaches, spectacular diving, and so much more. This is Curacao.
Hey everybody, this is Mitch. Make sure to join ScubaNation at the Bug Fest by the Sea Dive Festival, July 27th through August 2nd in Lauderdale by the Sea, Florida. The Great Florida Bug Hunting Contest with $15,000 in cash and dive gear prizes. Lobster Mini Seasons kickoff party with a Scuba Radio Mermaid. Something for the entire family. So we'll see you at Bug Fest at Lauderdale by the Sea, sponsored by Reefs, the official sun care products of Bug Fest 2014. This summer, experience the UNEXO and the Dolphin Experience, located in beautiful Grand Bahama, which is a quick trip by either plane or ferry from South Florida. UNEXO at Grand Lacayan offers the ultimate vacation for families with something for everyone. Snorkel our beautiful reefs, get wet with the dolphins by being a dolphin training for a day to the unforgettable open water dolphin diving. The experienced diver will be exhilarated by our UNEXO pioneered shark dives. UNEXO, along with Grand Lacayan Resort, is the place for a lifetime of vacation memories for the whole family.
Dive the Atocha with Mel Fisher's expedition in Key West. Be a treasure hunter and dive the active wreck site of the richest Spanish galleon ever discovered. Mel Fisher and his crew discovered the Mother Lode in 1985. Today, the search continues for the remaining hundreds of millions of dollars in cargo. The Fisher family now invites you to learn proper salvage techniques from the world's greatest treasure hunters. Join us for the adventure of a lifetime. Today's the day.
This edition of ScubaNation is brought to you by Sundowners, Sunset Sandwiches, Steak and Seafood. Light in Motion, find the perfect light for any activity. UNEXO, dive with the best in Freeport, Grand Bahama. Diving makes you really hungry and thirsty. So we're going to take you to a couple places that Billy, C, and Mitch like to go to after their dives.
So after some of our diving, Billy and I, we love to come down here to the Wynwood section of town here in Miami. We're at the Pride and Joy Barbecue, one of our favorite spots to hang out after a dive.
This place is unbelievable. There's mug shots of Johnny Cash, Frank Sinatra, some of the best barbecue in all of South Florida. They got Shipyard on tap. They got a truck with Shipyard handles back here. So what more can you ask for, baby?
How did our mug shots make the wall?
Well, we dive too much.
Maybe.
That's a crime in some places.
So Paul, I'm telling you, I've been impressed. The ambiance is unreal. I'm a Southern guy. I can see what you guys got going on here. What was the inspiration, all right, for Pride and Joy Barbecue?
Food, fun,
All right.
rock and roll.
Love it.
Give you an opportunity to leave the beach.
Nice.
Feel like you're coming in somewhere else, you know what I mean?
Right. So you guys are totally tomato-based from what I'm saying.
Well, what we are is we're a pure dry rub smokehouse.
Oh, nice. Okay, there are two things you don't see too much here in Miami. First of all, I want you to take me through that bowl of collard greens right there.
There was a little lady came to me one day from Georgia. She said, I've had a recipe in the family for over 100 years.
Nice. All right.
So we put a little smoked pulled pork in there with it. I can't give you all the ingredients.
No.
You know what happens.
Well, you have to kill me.
I'd have to kill you.
Here. What kind of hybrid macaroni and cheese we got going on?
Well, that's our own little creation called Mac and Back.
Mac and back?
Mac and Back.
Gotcha.
Take a little bit of the baby back rib right here, pull off the meat, let it sit in the cheese with the mac, let that smoke come out for a few hours. Wow. Serve it up, you get a little bit of the smoke, a little bit of the cheese. It's a little golden heaven, my friend.
And I am drooling like Pablo's dog.
We got the brisket right here.
Okay, gotcha.
We got the baby back mac.
Nice.
St. Louis mac. Some cornbread.
Cornbread. But hey, ScubaNation, you gotta say that right. It's not cornbread.
Cornbread.
It's cornbread, all right?
Cornbread.
I also noticed when I walked in the beer selection you got. Walk me through that a little bit.
Well, my choice was to stay away from the traditional and go with what I love, and what I love is craft beer.
Nice.
Craft beer adds a lot of flavor. As an example, Shipyard, one of my favorites.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
We go with something that's going to fulfill your flavors with all the smoke.
Right.
It's for the full body.
Nice.
As is the bourbon.
Something you could cut with a butter knife, right?
That's what I'm saying. You have to have bourbon. We do some.
I've been saying that for years. Now, I did notice part of the ambiance. We walked in here and seen all of the celebrities. I had no idea Elvis was busted. Frank was busted. Sid Vicious, I can imagine he'll get busted. I think we got something else we could garner your wall with. It's not a stretch, but actually, is this me? Yeah. Billy C and I. So I would like to.
Yeah,
I'd like
you
to
guys get
present
the wall.
you guys.
You guys get the wall.
With the wall of honor.
Outlaw social club.
And put our mugs over here.
I've seen you guys doing a lot of talking, but I haven't seen too much eating.
Hey,
I think it's time, guys. Dig it.
nice.
The monkey. Are we gonna win in 6? 7? 5? I used to be a fry cook in Tallahassee.
You're gonna be able to do it.
Hey, Scuba Nation, obviously we're doing our episode about diving and dining in the 305. So we're exploring dive sites off the coast of, oh yeah, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. I'm here with Albert from Sandbar. He's the owner. Albert, tell me a little bit about the history of this place.
Well, the Sandbar started out in Southern California, but it's been here now for 15 years.
Yep.
Taking care of all the regulars from Coconut Grove and University of Miami. So it's been a very big hangout for the University of Miami. We've been here for 15 years and we've been doing it right.
Yeah.
So people places come and go, and we manage to still be here. We're also famous for when the hurricanes actually come.
Right.
I mean real hurricanes, not the players. We're the last bar to close and the first bar to open.
I'm sure people love to go spend a day on the water and then they come back to Sandbar. What do they like to order?
Our best item is our Baja tacos. But a Baja fish taco is good question. I don't really know. I just eat them.
It's good.
The secret is the sauce.
Now, what is the sauce? Is that
the secret.
Wings. Tell me about Joey's wings.
They're barbecued, honey glazed. They start off, they get flash fried, and then they're tossed on the grill. So you get extra crisp.
I spent probably a decade watching Patriots games here. What goes on Sundays here?
Well, thankfully, the Patriot fans aren't out as much. The Dolphin fans are starting to come back. But
we owned this place for a while, though.
They did own this place for a while.
We owned this joint for a while.
Yeah, they absolutely did.
It was rough on the marriage, but we've overcame. We've overcome it.
What's great about this place on Sundays is you have pockets of fans all over the place. I mean, you'll hear screaming and you're watching one game. Meanwhile, the Lions fans over there are going insane because Calvin Johnson just caught a big touchdown. It's the same 300 people every Sunday. They know where they want to sit. We know which games they want on. And again, you've been doing it for 15 years. You learn the patterns, and it's a real good neighborhood feel.
If you want to enjoy one of the authentic bars right here in Coconut Grove, you come down to Sandbar, you eat their wings, you eat their fish tacos, you drink their beers. They got tons of beers. Albert, you're the man.
Thanks for coming in.
All right, brother.
Sail on in to Sea Dog Brewing Company, Clearwater, where our brand new menu is unlike anything you've tasted before, with our award-winning seafood and smoked barbecue. Take a tour of our brewery to see just how innovative craft beer is. The Dog offers fun for families, food critics, and quality beer drinkers. Real people, real beer, real fun. Join us for Mel Fisher Days in Key West, Florida, July 10th through the 13th. Sign up to compete in the amazing Mel Fisher Treasure Hunt. You can win the grand prize of $5,000, sponsored by the Pat Croce Restaurant Group. There's a sizzling street fair with entertainment provided by the Green Parrot, silent auction, poker, bingo. There'll be a pirate pub crawl, something for everybody. So join us at Mel Fisher Days 2014 in Key West, Florida.
Hey honey, I'm on LeisurePro.com shopping for a new dive computer. I'm actually blogging with another diver that has the same one. Let me call you right back.
Have a question about a product? At LeisurePro.com, you can ask questions with other Leisure Pro customers about the products you want before you buy.
Sure.
Whoa!
This edition of ScubaNation is brought to you by
Reefs say biodegrades in oceans, non-toxic to sea life. Scuba Works, quality runs deep.
and spare air there when you need it. Join us for ScubaNation's Amore Weekend Extravaganza, August 21st through the 24th at Amore Dive Resort in Key Largo. Stay with Billy C. and Mitch at Amy Slate's Amore Dive Resort and be a part of a ScubaNation episode. It's a weekend full of fun, diving, and seminars from Ladd Atkins and Ken Niedermeyer. Contact Amore Dive Resort and book today.
ScubaNation, I'm here with Dan North, CEO of Reef Safe Sun Care Products. We're stewards of the environment. As scuba divers, we can't litter, we can't have plastic bags, going out into our ocean environment. Sea turtles actually think they look like jellyfish and will try to eat plastic bags. So we got to be stewards of our environment.
Exactly. When you're done with your snack wrappers, don't just lay them on the boat because the wind could take them off.
Windy days.
Put them back in the locker, put them in the cooler. When we go out, we try and bring back an extra piece of trash per person on the boat because for whatever reason, people just feel they can throw it out in the ocean.
Or just carelessness.
Yes.
So that's a great best practice. ScubaNation, this conservation tip is sponsored by the Reef Safe Master Fogger. Tell me a little bit about this product.
Two important things. It's biodegradable.
Yep.
Does a great job, and it's pH balanced, so it's sensitive to your eyes, so you don't get the eye stinging.
Visit reefsafesuncare.com.
ScubaNation, let me tell you something. If you've never done wreck diving, you are absolutely going to love Tenneco Towers.
Oh yeah.
Towers. Plural. There was 5 of these things.
Is it Tenneco or Tenneco?
Tomato, but I always said Tenneco.
Okay, Tenneco Towers was sunk by the Tenneco Oil Company in 1985. It was initially one large oil platform that they cut into sections. And when they sunk it, it was sunk with all 4 towers in an east-west direction. The first tower that we dove was actually 2 towers. It's a smaller section that was blown into a larger section that sits at an angle. Initially, this was 3 towers in a row. They went east and west. Hurricane Andrew came along and moved them around a little. The deeper one that we dove today is 110 feet. Hurricane Andrew clipped off about 8 feet of its legs on one side. Now it sits at an angle. So the tremendous profile, plus the levels, the multi-level diving that it can produce, really puts your computer to a test.
The best way to get down there is to get down to the bottom first and work your way up through the middle of the wreck. Really nice. There's a lot of large swim-throughs, a lot of open areas to be able to get through, and then just make your way gradually coming up shallower and shallower as you're doing your dive. So it's a really easy type of diving as far as the setup of doing it, but it is advanced dive. The wrecks are actually covered with invasive species of coral, with the orange cup coral, which is also called tabastria. Tabastria is a orange cup coral. They're orange, they have a fleshy polyp on the outside. When they're feeding, their tentacles actually come out. They're beautiful to see, they're great to capture, great photography. Divers love to photograph them, love to see them, they're all over the wreck. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous animals.
is our guest of honor, T-Man, the Frog Man.
That's a blast.
Is that a blast? My first time. Tentacle.
Oh, Tanaker Towers is always a crowd pleaser.
Finally dove the Tentacle Towers. You definitely got to come out here and see it.
Can you fan me too?
Yeah, right. Here you go.
Few grapes.
Side on that trail. And the first side on that trail.
One more. Sure. Keep these coming, Coach. Chug.
It's Fiery Rock Lights. Fiery Light Rock.
That's it.
This may just be the most curious place on Earth. Discover Curacao, an island in the Southern Caribbean that offers explorers a Dutch Caribbean history, captivating cultures, uncrowded beaches, spectacular diving, and so much more. This is Curacao.
Somebody's got a birthday coming up. What would you like, honey? A new tie?
I was thinking a little bit more like cool dive clothes.
Basketball ticket?
How about a cool hat?
A new car?
Now this is it.
That is nice. That's ScubaNation apparel.
My Uzi.
Available at ScubaNation.com.